Good morning, friends. Today we are going to continue the next part of this unit, second topic of this unit, that is a colloidal state. First of all, we will try to discuss about what is the colloids and the colloidal system. As we already know, the colloids and the colloidal systems are comprised of the uniformly distributed, finely divided particles, that is a disperse phase, in a continuous phase, that is a disperse medium or say dispersion medium. What is there? Colloid and the colloidal systems are comprised of or say consist of the uniformly distributed, finely divided particles, that is a dispersal medium or say dispersal phase in a continuous phase, that is a dispersion medium. The term colloid was introduced by the Scotch chemist, that is Thomas Graham. Colloid means a solid, liquid or a gaseous substance made up of very small, insoluble, non-diffusible particles that remains in suspension in a surrounding solid, liquid or gaseous medium of the different matter. Colloidal particle sizes ranges from less than 1 nanometer to as large as 1 micron. This is the size of this particular colloidal particles. It is useful for the MCQ purpose of you. You got what is a colloid and what is a colloidal system. You should know this basic thing. Colloid or say colloidal systems are nothing but the having dispersal phase in the dispersion media. Means that is nothing but the uniformly distributed, finely divided particles in a continuous phase. The term colloid it was introduced by the chemist, Scottish chemist Thomas Graham. Then we have seen the colloid is nothing but a solid, liquid or gaseous substance made up of the very small, insoluble, non-diffusible particles that remains in the suspension in a surrounding solid, liquid or gaseous medium of the different matter. Now, then we have seen what is the size of this colloidal particle, having the size of the colloidal particle ranging from the 1 nanometer to as large as 1 micron. Then what is the emulsion? The next term, what is an emulsion? Emulsion is nothing but a colloidal dispersion in which both dispersal phase and the dispersion medium are immiscible liquids. What is the emulsion? Emulsion is nothing but a colloidal dispersion in which both the dispersal phase and dispersion medium. Dispersal phase is nothing but a finely divided particles and dispersion medium is nothing but that particles present in the particular continuous phase are called as the emulsion is nothing but the colloidal dispersion in which both the dispersal phase and the dispersion medium are immiscible liquid. Example is a simple one is the milk. The particle size of the dispersed phase is about 0.1 micron to the 1 micron. 1 micron is nothing but you should know the 10 raised to minus 6 meter. Then emulsions are classified into two types. First is the oil in water. Here oil will be the discontinuous phase or you can call it as a dispersal phase, and water is a continuous phase. You can call it as a dispersion medium. Second type will be the water in oil. In the water in the oil, you should know water should be the discontinuous phase and oil should be in the continuous phase. Water will be the dispersed phase and oil will be the dispersion medium. For the case of this particular example for the oil in water, milk, vanishing creams, complexion milks, complexion milk or say complex milk. Second, water in oil example, butter and cold creams, etc. Which are the two types we have seen? Oil in water. milk is there. Simple example, vanishing cream is there. Complex milk is there. Okay. Then water in oil, butter, and cold creams. These are the examples for this. Emulsion shows all the properties of colloidal dispersions such as Tyndall phenomenon, electrophoresis, and Brownian moment. These are the properties shown by this particular colloidal particles. Tyndall effect, electrophoresis, and Brownian moment. Then this is all about the your emulsion that we have seen. What is the emulsion? Okay, then two types of the emulsion we have seen with the example. Now what is the salts? Salts are nothing but a colloidal dispersions in which the dispersed phase is a solid and the dispersion medium is a liquid. Salts are nothing but a colloidal dispersion in which the dispersed phase is solid and the dispersion medium is liquid. And there was the both the immiscible liquid were there for the emulsion. If the dispersion medium is water, then they are called as the hydrosols. Sols are classified into two types, lyophilic sol and lyophobic sol. In the lyophilic sols, which are liquid loving or liquid attracting, in which are lyophobic. Phobic is nothing but a hating, liquid hating or liquid repelling. If the liquid medium is water, then these salts are called respectively hydrophilic salts and hydrophobic salts. Lyophilic salts are sets of the substance such as the gum, gelatin and the starch, whereas the lyophobics are nothing but the salts of the metal, sulfur and silver alike. These salts are stable because there is an interaction between the dispersed phase and the dispersion medium. They are viscous and have higher viscosity and a lower surface tension than that of the dispersion medium. The dispersed solids in a salts can be precipitated by the addition of an electrolyte. This is called coagulation. Coagulation will be done. A large amount of electrolyte is necessary to coagulate the dispersed solid in a lyophilic salt. These salts are also called as the reversible salt. In lyophilic salt, the colloidal particles are not very markedly shows electrophoresis and can not be easily detected in the ultra microscope. What is the lyophobic salts? These salts are salts of metals, sulfur and silver alike. These salts are more unstable. This is because of the dispersed phase and the dispersion medium repel one another. These salts are non-viscous and have a viscosity and a surface tension which is very nearly the same as that of the dispersion medium. A small quantity of the electrolyte is sufficient to precipitate the dispersed solid. These salts are irreversible because when they are precipitated, they cannot be brought back into the colloidal state. In lyophobic salts, the colloidal particle shows the electrophoresis can be easily detected in the ultramicroscope. This is all about the two types of the salt that we have seen. One will be the lyophilic salt, this is the water loving salts, and second one is the lyophobic salt, that is a heating, dispersion medium heating. Not we can say the water. If water is there, it is called as the hydrosols. That you have to remember. MCQ purpose of it is written. What is a gel? Gel is a colloidal dispersion in which the dispersed phase is liquid and dispersion medium is solid. A gel is a colloidal dispersion in which the dispersed phase is liquid and dispersion medium is solid. Example is given: cheese, butter, jelly, curd, etc. These are all the gel in which the dispersed phase is liquid and dispersion medium is solid. You got this particular thing that we have seen, this basic part. What is that particular definition of the colloid or colloidal system? Then we have seen size of the colloidal particles. Then we talk about the emulsion. Two type of the emulsion we have seen: oil in water and water in oil. Example we have seen. Then we come to know this, what is particularly salts. Then we have to see the two types of the salts: lyophilic and lyophobic, liquid attracting, liquid loving, or say liquid hating and liquid repelling. Okay, then we come to know this particular another point. Then we have seen the what is the difference between the lyophilic salts and the lyophobic wall. What is the basic difference that we have seen. Then if the water is used as the dispersion medium, at that time these salts are called as the hydrosols, that you should have to remember. Then we seen the definition of the gels. Gel is nothing but a, see what is the basic difference in the emulsion, salts and the gels. In the emulsion we have seen that both the dispersion medium and dispersion phase both are the immiscible liquids, whereas in case of the salts, what is the dispersion phase is solid and dispersion medium is liquid, whereas in the gels disperse phase is liquid and the dispersion medium is solid. Okay, this simple way you can remember the definitions of these two things. You have to remember this thing because the MCQ purpose of view, it is very much important. As far as the exam is concerned, you have to prepare this part. It may come for the definition, it may come for the MCQ. Okay, and the question will be there on this basic part or certain terms. Please go through this part well. If you have any problem, any difficulty, any doubt, you can freely ask. We will stop here. Thank you.